Spoiler alert, the following podcast includes discussions on film that may potentially, intentionally or inadvertently, reveal plot twists, character traits, story details, up to and including endings that might otherwise be considered spoilers. Proceed at your own risk.
You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
Sounds like some bad movie.
Oh yeah, this is the time of year where we're not supposed to review bad movies. We don't do that this time of year. This time of year, we review good movies.
Mostly.
Oh, that's the plan.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Welcome to Moviesucktastic. I'm Scott. That's Joey.
Howdy.
And we are going to run down the Best Picture films that we will be reviewing over the next month before the Academy Awards.
Yeah, which is, when is that this year? March?
March,
12th?
March something.
I think it's March 12th.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, let's find out. March 12th. So...
Right. So we have 10 films. They have 10 Best Pictures because...
Why the fuck not? You know,
do you realize that do you realize that when we started doing the Oscar reviews, back when we didn't even do all of the Best Pictures, that was the first year they did that?
Yes, 2009. And it was the year that Avatar was nominated. They did 10 movies that year, too.
And we've come full circle now with Avatar 2 and the same bullshit 10 Best Picture nominees.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this short because we still have episodes to record. And
that's right.
So it's a 30-minute show. That's 10 Best Pictures. That's 3 minutes per picture. When you hear this bell, we've gone over the time for that movie.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, but...
All right.
But... Hold on. The whole thing of this is, aren't we going to talk about the other categories too?
Yeah. That's just to make sure we get through the Best Pictures, so we have time to do it.
3 minutes.
All right, 2 minutes then.
That's 30 minutes just to talk about Best Pictures.
All right, 2 minutes then.
All right, 2 minutes. Maybe we could do it in one.
I'll give a 1 minute warning.
Okay. All right. You know what? Let's just get started.
All right.
I'm gonna go down the list. I don't care about the order. We're just going right down the list.
Best Picture nominees.
First film, Best Picture nominee, All Quiet on the Western Front. Now, this is based on the 1929 novel of the same name. They came out with a movie in 1930, which was 2.5 hours in 1930, which is it's crazy to me that the movie was that long. But and we'll get into this when we actually review it, but there are comparisons, obviously. There's not a new take on it. It's just newer. It's just a newer film. But there are people who are, no, this film, the remake is okay. I like the original in 1930 better.
Not a remake.
It's... What do you mean, not a remake?
It's not a remake. It's a re-adaptation. It is not a remake of the previous film.
No,
it's an adaptation of the literary, not novel.
You are correct. But the movie was made 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Can we give the new one some slack? Just a little bit?
No.
Well, do we really got to compare it to the 1930 film?
When we review it, I will be comparing it to the novel.
Okay.
I will not be comparing it to the other film at all.
Okay. All right. Anything you want to add to that before we move on?
I don't like war films, and this is not a good year for me for war films.
No.
No. More to come.
More to come.
We're done.
All right. Moving on. Avatar: The Way of Water. Look at all that.
Call it.
Yeah.
Sorry. What?
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, or as I like to call it, Avatar 2: Smurf and Turf.
Smurf and Turf. What was the other one?
Avatar 2: Wet Boogaloo.
Wet Boogaloo. You got to chuckle for that one. Yeah, no. When I knew there was a problem when the trailer comes out, and there were more than a few comments talking about water splashing and how excited they were to see that. I'm like, is that a real fucking thing? People are interested in water splashing and how realistic it looks. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's graphics geeks. You hear the same thing about video games and the PC games. All 90s, all ever it was look at the water. Look at how do they handle the water? Is the water rippling? Oh, look at the water effects. It's all about the water.
You're not wrong.
You know how good the graphics are if the water's there.
You're not fucking wrong.
I know.
Not at all. Like when I play Flight Simulator and I fly over water, I do step back and go, wow, that's some pretty nice looking water. I can't help it.
It's
but
graphics, people.
But it's a fucking movie. So it's different, and it's lamer somehow. All right, the next film is. Oh, do you have anything to add?
Oh no, I haven't even seen that yet. I
haven't seen it either.
Like the original, I'm staying reserved until I actually see it before I go spouting off.
Okay. The Banshees of Inisherin. Inisherin. Which is from what I keep reading, a spiritual sequel to, that keeps getting used, spiritual sequel, to
yes.
In Bruges.
Right. It's also...
it's from the same director, and the same actors are in it too, so...
Yeah, the author is also a playwright, and this is like part of a series about the Inishman. I mean, you can't see it because I have my... I have a copy of his The Cripple of Inishman. They changed it to Inisherin for the film, but it's supposed to be another spiritual sequel
sure.
To these plays of his as well.
Yeah, and I keep hearing amazing things about it. They say it's a tragic comedy, which means they take it. Oh, you have. They say they take tragedy and it's funny somehow.
It's dark. Obviously, it's a dark comedy. Very,
sure.
very dark. It's definitely an art house film. I loved it. I'm not going to go into detail, but it's definitely one of the films this year that belongs in the best picture. Actually, like Avatar, which we mentioned earlier, if it was a 5-picture thing, would not have been included.
No, and we always when we get to the best director, I always take a harder look at that. Than normally. I always feel that the best director category, for the most part, is if it was a 5-picture nominee, those would probably be the films that you would see.
Moving on.
All right. I don't like that. I don't think that was 2 minutes.
That was 2 minutes.
I don't think so. Next film, Elvis. Oh, thank you very much for watching my movie. It's who's the director on that one? That's what's his face, Baz Luhrmann. It's Baz Luhrmann, the guy that did Moulin Rouge, and he did Romeo and Juliet. He also did The Great Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio. Not interested in seeing this film at all. I will, but it's mostly because I don't care for Baz Luhrmann's films. I just don't. I will give him that they're unique in a lot of ways. They are different.
I think, yeah, for me, something happened somewhere down the way where it became a signal that if Tom Hanks is in a film, it's going to be butt-ass boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just really... I can't remember the last... I have to go back and look, because I can't remember the last film I saw that I wasn't just like bored out of my mind waiting for it to end. Bridge of Spies.
Yeah.
The newer stuff.
Well, I mean, ever since he won 2 Oscars, he's gone in that direction. He doesn't really do comedies that much anymore.
He doesn't do anything anymore. It's just boring shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to make Bachelor Party 2, but Jesus.
Oh, I'd love if he made Bachelor Party 2. Come on.
Everybody else.
Wouldn't you love to see Bachelor Party 2?
Only if any dead actors they actually dig up and put on it. Like prop them up, like Weekend at Bernie's stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I got nothing on this because I'm saving it for the review.
Okay. Next film.
Next.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, I was very, very, and I haven't seen this yet, but I was very happy that this got nominated because...
And has the most nominations.
It does have the most nominations, and I think
11 nominations.
It's favored, too. So...
Because it's awesome.
But the thing is, it came out months ago. And I really enjoy, I have to say, I really like when they remember films that came out months and months and months ago. Because a lot of times, even if it's great, they kind of forget about it because Oscar season pretty much starts in October. Like right after Halloween. Like leading up to Halloween, right after Halloween, in the very beginnings of November. That's when the studios really push their Oscar films. You get a few in October, but... pretty much last quarter is when you start seeing movies being pushed by production studios, and then people have short fucking memories. So those come out, and they know that they're doing it on purpose. They always save it to the end of the year because you're more likely to remember and or see it at the end of the year, and then for your consideration, nominate it. So
and it feels more organic too because it doesn't feel like the film was made in order to win an Oscar. Like certain films this year really have that feel of like, oh yeah, this is an Oscar film.
Yeah, well,
I like the film shows like, oh no, this is my vision. Oh, I'd be happy to take an Oscar though.
Yeah, of course. So that's great. I'm happy about that. Anything else to add?
I've seen this. I'm a huge fan of it, and this is one of the few years where a film I actually truly love and think is a great film is like favored.
It's favored. I would not be one bit surprised. And again, I haven't seen it yet if it actually does win. I really do.
You're going to love it.
I know I am. All right. Next up is Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans. Yeah. And next up after that... Yeah, we'll save it for the review because nobody wants to see this, but the Hollywood can't deny him a nomination for it because it's basically a biopic. It's based on his life growing up, how he got in the movies, and whether he thinks so or not, Hollywood knows that he is one of the forefront fathers of Hollywood. The whole reason why the 80s were the way they were, the late 70s and the 80s the way they were cinematically is because of Steven Spielberg. There is no fucking denying it. But I will say this. The man still knows how to make a fucking movie. He does. Whether you like it or not, he still knows how to do it. And I may not want to see this, but I can guarantee you it's well made. Guarantee you it's well made.
I have seen it. It is a narcissistic stroke job, and I will go into detail when we review it.
Perfect. Next film.
Next.
Is it just Tar, or is because it has an accent?
I haven't heard
long A.
Heard it pronounced, so I'm assuming Tar. I don't give a shit if it's not Tar.
Tar.
I don't care.
Tari. Yeah, I don't care about this film either.
I didn't at first. But
I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but it's not a film I would seek out to watch. I just
Originally when I saw the synopsis and everything, I was like, not for me. But I read a couple reviews when I was looking at films that might be nominated, and when that came, it interested me. Okay. I'm actually interested in seeing it now as opposed to before when I first saw it. But
Okay. All right. Anything else to add to it?
No.
Have you seen it?
Not yet. That's one of
the ones you haven't seen?
Oscar films I have not seen yet.
Okay. Next up then, Top Gun Maverick. Concurrently, I believe it is the highest grossing film domestically here in North America. Avatar 2 has not made more money than it. It's made $718 million in the U.S., or in North America, I should say. So, this is one of the films. I've only seen 2. I did see this one, and we're going to review this next. So we'll save it for that. Anything to add before we move on?
I don't want to give anything away before that we review this one.
Okay. Triangle of Sadness.
Yes.
So I haven't seen. I've only seen 2. I've seen Top Gun Maverick and All Quiet on the Western Front. Haven't seen Triangle of Sadness. I've heard excellent things about it, even though, because I actually have the Rotten Tomatoes printable ballot. And what's interesting about the printable ballot from Rotten Tomatoes is it has all their audience and critic scores next to the movies. This only has a 72% for the critic score and 73% for the audience score.
Oh, it's not for everybody.
Yeah. Top Gun Maverick has a 99% audience score.
Because it was made for everybody. I mean...
Yeah. It seems kind of high.
It does.
I mean, people are saying that there's like one bad review out of that. I mean, that's crazy to me. All right. And finally, the last film. Hang on. What?
Triangle of Sadness.
Triangle of Sadness.
Still got some time on the clock. I just want to say this is a film I was interested in seeing before it was nominated. It was I already had it like on my to watch list. It's a brilliant film. It's one of my favorite films this year, and I'm dying to dive into it because I've been looking at other reviews of it, and no one's really touched on the one thing that really I noticed, and I'm hoping I'm not the only one. Because I think I'm right, but I that's all. It's a great film, and looking forward to talking about it.
All right. Last film, directed by Sarah Polley, is the film Women Talking. Currently theaters only. Can't watch it streaming, so it's one of the films that we're going to review, so we might have to review that last until we can get our hands on it. Through streaming. I don't think I can make it to the movie for that one, but
the closest I found so far is Women Talking Dirty from 1999.
I found that one too. And I was like, hey, I've never seen this one. Maybe I'll download it anyway. Maybe I'll stream that one anyway. Women Talking Dirty. All right, those are your 10 best pictures.
Yes, I can stop the clock. Yes.
Yes.
So we usually record 2 a night when we do this because we don't do this for a living. So we're doing it on our off nights. We usually talk about the pairings, but I think I've pretty much nailed it this year. I don't think there's any discussion.
So what are your pairings?
My pairings would be All Quiet on the Western Front and Maverick for the war category. I think it's a no-brainer.
Oh, of course. Yep.
Then we've got Elvis and Tar for the music or musician category or musical artist.
Okay.
Then we have, we have Triangle of Sadness and Avatar 2 Electric Boogaloo for social commentary.
Okay.
I mean, they both really have that, except one does it well, the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have Banshees of Inisherin. And Everything Everywhere All at Once, or as I like to call it, OW. And that's our existentialism category. Some deep stuff there. A lot of philosophy, a lot of, death shit. And then finally we have...
Fablemans.
No, wait a minute. I fucked up here. I have Avatar twice.
Oh, shit.
What have I done?
What did I miss? Done? Well,
Women Talking. I had nowhere to put... Women Talking should have been under social commentary. I'm sorry.
Ah, okay.
That's a typo on my part. I caught it. All right, because my final category is Avatar and the Fabelmans for vanity projects.
Ah, got it. Well,
Yes.
yeah. The Cameron was interviewed, and they were like, "Hey, I think they mentioned about how it took so long, and then he went on something about how he after he sat in the corner and cried for a while, he decided to. It was like a real stupid, like fuck you kind of answer, and he was just like, yeah, I'm tired of talking about it kind of answer. It's like, dude, you haven't made a movie in like fucking 13 years. Like, stop it. Stop it. And the last movie you made, guess what, was this movie. You dick. I used to fucking love Cameron. Really, I did.
They were all good in the old days, but then they all grow big. Hey, who was the Peter Jackson fan until the big fall of King Kong?
Yeah.
They're all good to a point, and then their ego just something snaps with the ego. Is like, oh yeah, I'm fucking awesome, and I can do anything. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, let's keep back on track here. Tight. I'm gonna.
So what was the pairing with the Fabelmans and Women Talking was the pairing?
No, Avatar and the Fabelmans.
Avatar and Fabelmans, and then Women Talking and
Triangle for social
Triangle.
commentary.
Got it. All right, moving on. Directing. So this is a category. Yes. This is the category that I always say. These are the 5 films that realistically would have been nominated had there only been 5 categories. And directing
in this
is
case,
yeah,
it's 100%. Yeah, you nailed it this time. It's like the golden rule for this year.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. So it's Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin. Inisherin. Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans. Todd Field for Tar.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruben Östlund. Is that Östlund? Östlund for Triangle of Sadness. Because if you look at everything else, if you look at the other 5,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elvis, no. Come on.
No.
Top Gun Maverick.
No way.
No. No for Top Gun Maverick. Avatar, no. All Quiet, it's nominated for Best Foreign Film, which is probably what it's going to win. So that's why they kind of do that shit. They'll leave it out, for reasons like that. And then Women Talking, which maybe if there was another film, like maybe you take out, they're not taking out the Fabelmans because of Spielberg. It's not happening. Maybe Tar and Women Talking would have maybe done a swap.
Or even Banshees and Women Talking. I haven't seen Women Talking yet, so it's really hard to judge.
Yeah. Me as well. All right. Actress in a leading role. You got Cate Blanchett for Tar. You have Ana de Armas for Blonde, which is the Marilyn Monroe biopic. Andreas Riseborough for To Leslie, which, by the way, I keep hearing amazing things about. Like her performance. The movie, they say, is good, but her performance is incredible. So that's why she's being recognized. Then Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans. Don't fucking care. And Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. From what I understand, from what I'm hearing, it is between Michelle Yeoh and Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie. Like, it's back and forth between those two, because in To Leslie, she is battling alcoholism, and it's supposed to be a very powerful performance. That's everything that I keep reading. So, but, I haven't filled this ballot out yet. I'm kind of leaning towards Michelle Yeoh. I haven't seen I haven't seen the movie yet. I haven't seen To Leslie yet, but
she's my favorite so far.
She's getting a lot of attention for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Because it's awesome.
Yeah. Actor in a leading role. You have Austin Butler for Elvis. You have Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Mescal for Aftersun. Bill Nighy for Living. And your winner, unless he kills a small child, is Brendan
Eats it.
is Brendan Fraser for The Whale. There is no way. Every year I always give you a gimme. I'm like, Scott, you want to get one correct one on your ballot. This is the one.
I don't think it's gonna be hard this year.
I don't think it's gonna be hard either. But I'm telling it just.
Yeah.
It's Brendan Fraser for The Whale. He's winning Best Actor. Nobody else has a fucking shot in hell. That's what's happening. He's winning the Oscar. It's a guarantee. It's a fucking lock. I've actually never been more sure in my fucking life about who's winning what Oscar. Him for Best Actor. It's happening. It's what's happening.
All right. Okay.
Moving on. Actress in a supporting role. Angela Bassett for Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. Yeah. Hong Chow for The Whale. Kerry Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin. Mm-hmm. Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Stephanie Hsu, or Hsu. It's HSU. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I apologize. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I keep hearing a lot for Jamie Lee Curtis for this one.
Oh, she was great.
That's what I keep hearing a lot of.
I wasn't even sure it was her. I go into films blind now, so I don't even know who's in it.
Yeah.
And I swear, I'm like, I know it's her, but is that her? It's really good.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much going to see all of these movies, so I will be able to make a more educated guess when I fill out the ballot on Oscar night.
Yeah, for this category, I'm only missing The Whale and Black Panther too. So
yeah, actor in a supporting role. Yeah, Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Judd Hirsch for The Fabelmans.
Oh, can we stop doing this?
Barry Keoghan. Well, go ahead.
Can we stop? I'm sorry. You finish.
Barry Keoghan for The Banshees of Inisherin, and Ki Hae Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once, also known as Short Round.
Yes.
I hear he is. I wouldn't say a lock, like I know Brendan Fraser for The Whale, but I keep hearing that he's probably going to walk away with the Oscar for that.
It's an amazing movie. Everybody in that film just overwhelms.
Yeah. Do you know who his entertainment lawyer is, by the way?
Yes. Chunk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's amazing to me. I love that.
It's weird how the fat kid that was the center of all the fat jokes didn't want to keep in Hollywood acting. I don't know why. I don't know what that was fucking about. Yeah, I've seen all these except for Causeway. And can we please stop with the aging actor or actress gets an Oscar nom for a 5-minute fucking cameo?
Oh, really?
Can we stop?
Is Judd Hirsch in the movie for 5 minutes?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes, he is a walk-on.
Well, you know what it is? He's 80-something years old, and
I know, that's the rationale.
It's nice.
That's why I hate it.
It's nice to be nominated because he's not winning it. So, but you know what? You're right. It actually takes away a nomination from somebody that's probably more deserving.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Stop with the pity fucks.
All right, we're moving on to both your categories. Original screenplay. Do you want to do those last, or we're okay to do it now?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Original screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. Now,
no fucking way the Fabelmans gets this.
No. But how many of these have you seen?
I've seen all of them except Tar.
And with the 4 that you've seen, Everything Everywhere All at Once, I'm sure you'll. It could be the Banshees. Could be the Banshees.
Well, yeah, I'm biased towards AIL, but Banshees was also great, and Triangle of Sadness is. I feel it's worthy of being nominated. I'm not sure if it's going to win though. So really, Tar's don't. It's hard. It's a hard call because.
So what I'm hearing
are good.
What I'm hearing is you'd be happy as long as the Fabelmans don't win.
Oh yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, all three of the other films are worthy of that category. It's a tough call this year for me, at least.
Okay. All right. Moving on then. Adapted screenplay. We have All Quiet on the Western Front. We have Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Oh, really? What's that adapted from?
Don't start.
What? Don't start
Keep
with
going.
what?
Keep going.
Living. Top Gun Maverick. The fuck is Top Gun Maverick adapted from? Now, I'm serious.
going.
I'm serious about that one.
Keep going.
Whoa.
Keep going.
What the fuck? Stampede. Women Talking. Those are the 5.
Yes. So apparently, according to the Academy Awards, sequels count as adaptations.
I'm sorry. What?
You heard it. Sequels count as adaptations.
No. No, they don't.
Thank you. Yeah, no. There's nothing adapted from it. And the reasoning is like, well, because it uses previously created characters and stuff. Yes, and then they build on to that. They're not oh, you motherfucker. I mean, I'll be fair. Maverick is kind of like a remake / sequel in itself. But
Now, the only way I would even say, okay, fine, is if they've been doing that. How long have they been doing that?
I don't know.
Was Godfather 2 nominated in the adapted screenplay category, or just the original screenplay category?
Yeah, I believe me. I haven't done any research on it because I was so livid when I fucking read the ruling. But
they have 2 movies in the adapted screenplay.
And my favorite film for 2022 to be nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, White Noise, didn't get it. Probably because one of these cocksuckers.
No, absolutely because of one of them. As a matter of fact, I don't think White Noise is nominated anywhere.
No.
It's one of those films that kind of like got forgotten, and I can guarantee you.
And it was great.
I bet you, and there's 10 nominees. I bet you it came close to getting nominated for things, but it just didn't get enough. It didn't get enough support.
If anything, if it deserved anything, Best Adapted Screenplay. But no. And hey, I loved Glass Onion.
Oh yeah, I
still
haven't seen
not
it
a fucking adapted screenplay.
Right.
Sorry. So angry about that.
You know what? This is going to take 1 minute, but I'm going to look up the 1970.
No, please don't. Please
no,
don't.
hold on. I have to look it up. And the reason why I have to look it up is because was The Godfather nominated for Best Supporting or Best Adapted Screenplay? So let's see. What was costume design, directing? Yeah. I'm sorry. This is great radio. It's great radio, I know.
It's not radio, Joey.
It's kind of radio.
It's not radio.
It's internet radio.
It's not. Come on, what you got?
So, Godfather Part 2 was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. The category was called Writing, Screenplay Adapted from Other Material. So
it's not adapted, it's a fucking sequel.
So, this actually, they've been doing this for, apparently they've been doing it a long time.
It's the first time it fucked me.
So, but you know why? Because it's 2 movies, but it hasn't happened in a long time. Because sequels don't usually get nominated for Oscars. That's the thing.
I just hate it. I hate it.
So, sorry to say, I don't agree with it, but I can't argue it because apparently they've been doing it for decades.
I can because it's stupid and wrong. I don't care how
It's
long they've been
stupid
doing it.
and wrong. All right, moving on. Best Animated Feature. I'll just breeze through these. But Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Which is probably the only one I'm in.
What the fuck just happened with OBS Studio?
I don't know what just
It
happened.
just said connection disconnected and then connected. It disconnected from YouTube and then it connected again. What the shit? The fuck was that?
Well, we're not showing trailers, so...
No, well, maybe our strike is still active. I am recording both the video and the audio. All right, so, they've been trying to make Pinocchio for years, and they've done terribly with just about every adaptation since the Disney animated film from 1941 or something. But this one, Guillermo del Toro, 97% from critics, 91% audience. People love it. All right, Marcel the Shell with shoes on. Don't know.
I got nothing.
Got nothing. I don't know what it is. It must be. Maybe it's foreign. I don't know. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
The wife and kids were watching it the other week, and they were enjoying the hell out of it.
You know what?
All I know.
I didn't get to see all of it. I got to see half of it, and honestly, it's fucking really well done, and it's really good.
By, they made me watch the scene where he's counting through his lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
But the way they do the animation too is, it's not unique. It's been done before, but the stylized animation is excellent. So it's not just a straight up CGI animation fest. It has character. It has.
It's not fucking Lego.
Correct. The Sea Beast. Don't know. And Turning Red. What's interesting about this, there is only one, like, major motion picture, like a large wide release, which is Puss in Boots. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, I believe, was some theater and mostly streaming, and then the other ones I've never even heard of them.
I wonder because the Lego comment I was making was about when they changed the rules to let more widescreen film, more big budget films in, because you typically can only nominate from an industry you work in.
Gotcha.
But they had erased that rule for animated features so they could get fucking Lego movies in there.
Yeah.
And they succeeded the one year. It was all fucking big budget nonsense. So this makes me wonder if they changed that back.
I don't know. I do not know.
I don't know.
So
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Pixar, they did make a movie this year. It didn't do well. It was actually very good. But it had some controversy around it because one of the main characters is gay. So, it had... What the
fuck is wrong with people?
Seriously. So, it had that controversy going. It's like, are you kidding me? It's ridiculous. Stop it.
I thought we stopped this with the gay penguin bullshit.
I don't know. Listen,
All right.
We live in a weird time. And as far as the other categories go, it's all mostly technical stuff, like original score, song, sound, cinematography. I don't know if you want to go through these. I don't think we need to.
Well, the only other two categories I usually keep an eye on are international feature film and documentary feature. But every year I never watch the documentary features because they're at the bottom of my list.
Well,
and
we have so many things on. We're reviewing 10 movies.
And right now, international feature films, the only one I've seen is All Quiet, and out of the other four, I can only find two. So I mean, it's not even worth the hassle at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm up for watching the donkey film. I'm sure it's a good film, but I don't know.
So documentary feature, the films there are... It's a film called All That Breathes, has a 100% critic score. So that's... I always find it interesting when I see movies that have a perfect critic score. No one had anything bad to say about it. Mm-hmm. What's interesting, too, the next documentary feature, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed... 94% critic, 37% audience score. Those always interest me. Why do critics love it and the audience hates it? Why is that?
Because critics are idiots.
No. I mean, yes, but that is such a disparaging gap between scores.
Another problem with me for documentary feature,
the
only one of these I could find was Fire of Love.
Oh.
So
interesting. Fire of Love is the next one. A House Made of Splinters. 95% critic score, no audience score. Apparently no one has seen it other than critics.
Believe it.
And then the last one is Navalny. So, international film feature, All Quiet on the Western Front from Germany. Argentina, 1985 from Argentina.
I found that.
Close, or Close. Okay. Belgium. Is that EQ? EO.
It's EO.
EO.
That's the donkey film.
Oh, Poland.
And it's not the first one. It's actually like an homage to the original donkey film.
Oh,
whose name I forgot, but it's a similar name. It's like IO or something like that.
Oh, okay. And then The Quiet Girl from Ireland.
Like I've got Close in The Quiet Girl, and I'd like to see them. I just don't know. I'm just got to squeeze them in.
You know what? Okay, there's one other category I want to bring up, and it's only because the Batman is nominated in it. And that's makeup and hairstyling. Now, Colin Farrell is the Penguin. Unfucking recognizable. Even when they did the featurette.
But why?
Why what?
If you're going to make an actor unrecognizable, why not just get a different actor?
No, I don't agree with that.
I don't know.
I don't agree with that.
I said I don't know. I'm not arguing it.
Okay, so the reason why I want to bring it up is because I think The Whale, Brendan Fraser, is going to... that movie's going to win for all the prosthetics and everything he had to wear to play that part. I think he'll win, even though I think it's a lot easier to wear prosthetics like that than to achieve what they were able to do with Colin Farrell. Like, for instance, even in the featurette, when he's wearing the makeup, it's not lighted in a certain way. It's not, it doesn't have filters on the camera. It doesn't have any of that stuff. You could not see where the makeup ended and started on his face. It just was perfect. It was absolute perfect. Whereas with The Whale, he's mostly wearing stuff, and of course they have, for around his face, and it's done very, very well. But as far as makeup and hairstyling, I would go just what they were able to achieve with the Batman with Colin Farrell as a Penguin, although I don't think there was enough Colin Farrell as the Penguin to get the Oscar. I think because Brendan Fraser is in the entire film and you're seeing him the entire time, that is the one that's going to win. So I just wanted to bring it up. I think either one deserves it. I would like the Batman to win it, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So that's the only reason I wanted to bring it up. And then, you have other ones like short film, short animated film, documentary short, film editing, sound. They used to have two. Sound. It was like sound and sound editing. And 99% of the time, the film that won sound editing. Because it's like, well, if you had the best sound, obviously you edited it amazingly. So you deserve both. So they cut that out to one. They save money on not giving away another statue. Anyway, those are the Oscar nominations. We did that in 46 minutes.
Horrible.
We went over by about 15 minutes. Or I did. Sorry. All right, let's do this. All right. Should I guess I'll do the outro music. Why not, right? All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the Oscar nomination wrap-up show, whatever you want to call it. We do it every year before we start reviewing the films. Tonight we're doing this and then 2 more movies. I'm already tired, but we're going to do a lot better. We're going to do a lot better on the movie reviews. We're really going to stick to 30 minutes. We are. Please shut me up. Stop me. Make sure I don't trail off. I'm hallucinating at this point. Yeah, too late. Too little, too late. Go to our website at Moviesucktastic.com. Download or listen to the show there. Go to iTunes. Do the same thing. You can go to Facebook.com/Moviesucktastic. We've been posting there a lot lately. Everything from movie trailers to just information about cinema when we go live, all of that. Visit our Facebook page and have a little fun with us. You can also leave us email. The address is themovieguys@moviesucktastic.com. You can leave us voicemail. If you leave us voicemail, we'll play it on the show. 908-514-4470. You can do a search for the show on your favorite browser or search engine. Just do a search for Moviesucktastic. We come right up. I'm actually working on getting our show on Spotify. Apparently I got to jump through a lot of hoops to do it, but I'm going to do it. Maybe my wife will listen to our show because she listens to podcasts on Spotify exclusively now. Stop ringing a bell at me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, that's it. Just do a search for Moviesucktastic. Oh, we have an app. It's if you go to moviesucktastic.com/mst.apk, you can download the app for your phone. But you can also just download your favorite app that plays podcasts and do a search for us. We come right up in those too. So whatever you want to do, it's fine by me. Do you have any words of wisdom, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, a sequel is not an adaptation.
All right, agreed. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.